What's up, everybody, and welcome to the channel formerly known as RCTW Observer. This is still Jason, and I'm here to play, observe, and review all things Sim Park related. Welcome back. So if you haven't noticed yet, I've done a quick name change for the channel with the hopes of including more content than just Roller Coaster Tycoon World. With a name like Sim Park Observer, I can now open up my little universe to include other games like Planet Coaster, obviously Roller Coaster Tycoon World, Theme Park Studio, No Limits 2, and really any other game used to create and manage theme parks. So I'm really excited about the direction this is taking me, and I can't wait to post more content. So on that note, I'd like to do a quick shout out and a huge thank you to YouTube subscriber Chiev, who came up with a suggestion for the new channel name. I received lots of great feedback with some really interesting names, but Chiev was the ultimate winner, so thanks very much for the suggestion. Additionally, I want to give another big thank you, huge thank you on this one, to user jan.mp3, who recently became my 100th subscriber. Let's go ahead and give him a round of applause. All right, yeah. So thanks to Jan MP3 and everybody else who has liked and subscribed to date. I couldn't have done it without you. Okay, so on to the good stuff. On Tuesday, March 22nd, Frontier released the alpha for Planet Coaster, and I'm going to go ahead and launch the game and show you guys some brief gameplay as well as, wait for it, a cheat code.
So while this game is loading, guys, we got some news about Roller Coaster Tycoon World. They just announced that their early release is going to happen on Wednesday, March 30th. That's in just a few days from now. So, really great news. We've got now Planet Coaster and also Roller Coaster Tycoon World we can play. I'm really excited to see what they've done with it so far, but I'm still kind of skeptical based on what we saw in the beta and the lack of information they've given us since the beta, which took place back in October. So anyway, enough with that news. We're playing Planet Coaster now. Let's go ahead and get into the game. So far what we've got here is just your world where you can jump into all these different parks. They've got a couple of sandboxes. I think Sandbox Field is one of them, and then they got Forest Sandbox. The rest of these actually have landscaping and roller coasters and other rides already built in there. Let me just kind of show you the settings really quick. Up here in the upper right hand corner, you just click the options gear, and here you can change your audio, your camera, your graphics settings, and the interface, which is kind of cool because the menu system when you're in the game is kind of small, but you can actually change the text size, and I'll show you just increasing it by up to 160, and if I hit apply you can see how big it actually gets. I don't like the text that big, so I'm just going to go back to the way it was, and I've already got my settings the way that I want to, so I'm just going to jump right into a park. We'll start with Sandbox Field here. And if you see when you actually select one of these items, when you go into it, you'll see that you can get these little screenshots of what it looks like in the park to get an idea of what you're jumping into before you even open it up, which I think is really cool. You can either choose to load the park, or you can use these little left and right arrow buttons to jump around the world to find out which one you really want to play. So we're going to go back to Sandbox Field here and load the park. Right now, this alpha is in Phase 1. Phase 1, as you'll see, and I gotta tell you, the loading speed on this is awesome. I mean, it jumps right into the game without any hesitation. Previous games we used to play would take minutes and minutes for you to load just a single park. Even just a sandbox, it took a long time to load, but you can see it jumps right in. But anyway, Phase 1, as you can see right here, we only have a certain amount of things available to us. Blueprints, coasters, and shops are coming soon. There's other things that are still kind of grayed out, like park management and terrain, multi-selection, and delete mode. Those are all going to be, I think, all in Phase 2, with the exception of one thing. We can choose right now rides, scenery, and buildings, and if we open that up, we'll be able to unlock one additional thing. Even though Coaster says it's coming soon, if you go into either rides, scenery, or buildings, it doesn't matter which tab, select this little magnifying glass for the search option and type in under construction. I'll do that right now. You'll see that over here on the tab section, Coasters has unlocked. Now this is a little cheat that they've allowed us for Phase 1 in the alpha to actually see where the construction for roller coasters is currently in development. I'm going to go ahead and select it just to kind of give you guys an idea. There's only 2 tracks available for now, the Arrows track and the Box Spline track. I'm not a big Arrow fan. I do like Arrow rides, but they're kind of clunky. I know that's just for riding them in real life, but I'm just going to go with the Box Spline one and just jump right into it here. As you can see, when you select it first, it gives you the option to build a station, just like in what we're going to compare it to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, because we really don't have much more of a basis of comparison. And I've already played around with this for a little bit, and this unfortunately is the size of the station that you're kind of forced to deal with. I tried seeing if I could actually lengthen the station, but it doesn't do anything when you do that. I've also tried adding additional track and making it a station, but that doesn't work either. So once you've picked out your station, you can just put it anywhere you want. So you can hold down the Z key, which is kind of a universal rotation key, to put it anywhere you want. So you can see right now, it just kind of rotates based on those little dots around the ring there. I'm pretty sure there's a way to eliminate the snapping, angle snapping there, but I'm not sure where to do it in here. Here it is right here. I think this is the angle snap. So if I get rid of that, I got more of a free form, more precise way of placing my station. So additionally, besides rotating, if you hold down the shift key and move the mouse button up and down, you can actually make a higher station or a lower station. I don't know if you really want to go that low, but you get the general idea. I like to build mine pretty high because I like to start off with a little bit of a dip in the track. So I'm going to go ahead and place my coaster there. And when we jump in, it gives us a piece of track to build with. You can adjust the length of this track down here with this little measurement thing where it says length, and right now it's at 12 meters, but you can adjust it all the way down to 4 meters or as long as 20 meters. We're going to start off about halfway, I think is where it was before. We'll do 10. 10? Can we do 10? Yeah, 10 looks good. Alright, from here you actually have different controls for your direction, moving left and right. You have your up and down controls, and then you have your, I think these are called pitch, and you can determine which way you want the track to bank. Similar to the angle snap for the rotation, you can change that again, and you can click it to add it again. And instead of it actually being more precise of a control, you can make it do the angle snap. So now it's just kind of snapping into certain positions. So if you want it to be like completely even, or at an exact 45-degree angle, you can actually go over here and change it to 45 degrees, and when you rotate it, it's automatically at a 45-degree angle. So that's kind of cool. I like to work in more of a freeform mode at 0. So I'll just turn off the angle snap for now, and I'll just try to do like a quick little coaster here. Something very simple, nothing fancy. And when you got a piece selected, you just click that little build button. I think there's another way to do that too. We'll figure that out in a minute here, but I'm going to shorten that up and just kind of come around here. I think if you just actually click it once, yeah, if you click any one of those circles once, it'll also build your piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and level this out. Actually, when we do that, we do want to actually do the angle snap because, good thing I showed that, because actually if you want to get rid of a piece you just built, just right click on that track and it will go away. Another way to get rid of the piece you just built, let's say that I just did that and I did that, I'm like, oh shoot, oh my gosh, I did all those by mistake. They've actually built an undo button in here, which is really cool. If you just hit that back twice, it goes back to the last 2 steps. I don't know how far back you'll be able to take it, but to just be able to take it back even one is pretty cool to undo. So I'm really glad that they built that feature in. So I'm going to go ahead and level out my track there. I'm going to change that up a little bit higher now. We're going to build that piece, and we're going to make that straight. And I think that's straight. It looks even to me. It'd be nice if you could actually see what angle it's currently at, like maybe have like a little number above here that actually says what angle you're at. It looks level right now, I'd say. You can always adjust your camera angle to see. We're going to go ahead and build that piece, and now we're going to change this to a chain lift and go up a bit and build that and build that. And bear with me guys, I'm still getting used to the camera angles here. One more is good, and then we'll shorten it out and maybe just kind of bring it out level, and then we'll bring it down. How far can we go? I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, alright. And then we'll change it back to a regular track, get rid of the lift hill, and can we go down even further? That's what I was seeing before, is that it, for some reason right now, the length is definitely adjustable, but for some reason this is about as steep as you can get, and I don't know why, because it'd be nice if we can go even further. Maybe it's because I have my angle snap on right now. Let me turn that off and see what happens. Nope, that's as steep as I can go. Alright, well, we're going to undo that really quick because I want to fix something really quick here. Go down. Oh, no, I don't like that. Let's shorten that up. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright. And then we'll just go ahead and build down. Short pieces. And then, I don't know, let's see if we can maybe add a loop in there. Let's bring it back up, make it a little bit longer. Yeah, it looks good so far. So if you go over here to the loops tab, let's see, we want to loop left, loop right, doesn't matter. Oh, that's probably a little too big. I don't know if we can actually get over that. I might have not built my lift hill too tall, so let's go a little higher. One thing about me, guys, is when I build my roller coasters, I actually try to like to make them as realistic as possible. I don't like to, do what everybody else does and, do this kind of crazy thing like, oh, how high can we actually build our coaster? No, I like to keep it a bit more realistic and stay within the confines of the real world. Even though it is a video game, I understand, but I'm just the way that I build my stuff. So let's go ahead and go down here like that. And then we'll build that piece. We'll get rid of our chain, increase the length, and go down even further. That looks a little weird. Get rid of our angle snap, go down. We wanted to get rid of our chain. Build, 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 build. Alright. Maybe now we can do that loop. Alright, let's do a little bit longer of a length track. We'll start evening it out. Evening, a weird word. We want to even it, but only in the evening. Yeah, now I'm being weird. Alright, back up a little bit. And let's try to get that loop in there. Oh, that looks a lot more... Well, it might be too much now. Wonder if we can actually... Oh, can't make the loop go up and down. That's alright. We're just going to make it a little bit cuckoo here. We'll do 2 loops. Why not? Let's be crazy. Let's be wild. I tried figuring this out earlier too, guys. When you have a loop selected or any other type of inversion selected, special track, if you want to get rid of that and just go to the regular track building, just check that same box again. It'll go back to the regular track sections. You can see there's other tabs in here like rolls. I think we're going to need to increase that. And let's try to do like let's see, where does my track go? Back over there. We'll go up and then we'll bank it a little bit to the left here. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to show you too is that you can actually change the way that the camera angle is. Right now I have it in sort of like a free camera mode, but if you want to sort of just follow the track as you build, this is a similar concept as they have in their path design too. You can go down here to the free button where the camera's at, and you can change it to attach, so that every time that you build a new piece, it kind of follows it with you. And then there's the attach and rotate. So if I were to say turn that over that way and I hit build, it actually the camera rotates with the track, which is kind of cool. If you want to build that way, it's basically your preference, but I tend to like to adjust the camera on my own as I go along. So I'm just going to stick with what I like, and I'm going to, let's see, what did I say I was going to do? Rotate that a little bit. I want to start turning it around that way, and maybe a little bit more of an angle, because this thing's going to be coming in really hot. And then we want to go down on our track. Oh, I said I was going to do the free camera. I didn't do that. And go down even more. Maybe extend the length. Build. We're just going to have it kind of come right back down into the station here. Turn it around a little more. We're going to lengthen our track even more. And I mean, this is just, I have to tell you guys, this coaster editor is super impressive. I mean, I've been looking forward to this for a really long time because of how smooth it looks and how detailed they got it. I'm going to go back and do that one again. And it really is intuitive, and they give you so much free play with it that your possibilities are just unlimited to what you can build. I mean, I'm sure you could probably end up picking a specific coaster from an actual real park, and if you had the right tools and the right patience and the right time, you could probably end up doing some incredible recreations based on real world rides. This obviously is not one of them, but you get the idea. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's make a little like bunny hop here. Here, let's go back to the angle so we can make sure we level it out. I think that's level now. That looks good. Too long. Let's go. Oh, whoa, wrong button. Wrong button. I love the undo. Gotta tell you. Oh, I think if you don't want to hit the undo button down here, I want to say that let's see, the shortcut key is Control Z. Yeah, Control Z. And I don't know why, but they said Control Y is redo. I don't know why they'd put redo with the Y and undo with the Z. They're so far apart from each other on the keyboard. It makes it a little bit difficult, but you know, whatever. It's not the standard way you see most redo buttons, but then again, this was made in the UK, so maybe they have things a little bit different out there. Who knows? That's too far. Alright, let's do that. And then we're going to bring it down a little bit. And go there. And then we're going to bring it down. Make our little bunny hop here. And we'll just kind of bring it back into the station from here. We don't want to spend too much time on this. I could play this game probably literally for hours. But we don't want to spend all day on this. We want to show you guys some more features here in a minute. Actually want to get rid of the angle now, since we know we're level. And then bring it back into the station. Now, this is the one thing that's a little bit tricky that I found, is that you can see how I'm kind of winding it around. I probably shouldn't have done that, but let me go back a little bit. And we're going to make long sections here just so we can get it into the station. Maybe we'll bank it a little bit. Then we'll bring it around here. We'll bank that a little bit. We're going to have to bring that down a little bit too. Let's turn off our angle snap. Because right now what they have available does not include the autocomplete, which at this point you could probably just hit that button and it'll jump the track automatically into the end piece of your station here. But as of now, it's not available, and you kind of have to be a little more precise, unfortunately, at the moment. And I'm going to try to see if I can get it to connect right back in here. There it goes. Wow, we got lucky. All right, cool. All right, so now we've got a completed circuit for our roller coaster. I'm pretty sure it's complete. Why is it not giving me my menu here? Okay, I think actually that's good. So we just hit the little close button. We can select our station, and we can we'll have to place an entrance. Yeah, we have to have an entrance for our station. We'll put that like right in the middle there. And then we got to place an exit. It kind of gives you this little checklist of things that you need to complete before it'll actually open the ride. And you can see the check marks going off there. Then you have to add a queue. And I kind of started it this way because I figured this way we could also show you how the path placement works. That's not an easy thing to say, path placement. You can see here that it kind of just curves around here because it's in free look right now. But similar to how the tracks work, you can actually change it to an angle snap. And I'm going to go ahead and just do that so you can kind of see it's now snapping to specific angles. We're going to just kind of do this. And to make the path go down, you just click with your left mouse button and pull down. It'll make a little ramp there. And click and hold to raise it back up again. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Let's see if we can lower it. No, let's give me. Oh, there we go. There we go. Cool. All right, we're good. And then you just have to make sure that you connect it to a actual path. We'll just do a little more windiness here. The path placement has similar camera controls as well. Right now it looks like it's in follow. You can do it on follow and rotate as well. But as before, I actually like to work in free mode, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And you have to leave yourself a little bit of a gap here, because what it wants you to do is add a, I'm going to back that up a little bit, right click to delete it, by the way. It wants you to add also a ticket booth to your queue. So I'm going to kind of curve that a little tighter over here, shorten it up a little bit. Where's the length? I'm already at the shortest I can go. Alright, let's try that and see if it works. Add ticket booth, and you can see here when you add your ticket booth, it'll automatically connect it to whatever path is nearby. It's kind of weird looking the way it completed it there, but it works for our needs. Also, you're going to have to add an exit queue. Just select your paths for that, and you can see here it just does the same thing. It connects to your exit, and you're going to want to make sure that you connect that to a path as well. Yep, it's a little bit tricky here. Looks like they still got some bugs to work out, but I think for the most part, this is actually looking really, really good so far. Because, I mean, you can see even like the patterns here, they don't really quite blend together. They are a little bit wonky there. They don't match. But that might just be because we're creating ramps at the moment. It'd be really nice if we can actually see stairs built later on, but for now, it's just a ramp. I guess they have to be OSHA compliant, even for simulated characters. Alright, so let's go back to our checklist. I'm going to close out the path section. I think you can also hit escape to get rid of those too, but I just clicked the X. And then you can still see the checklist is it says ride status incomplete. You can just click the little debug thing to kind of find out what you need. The one thing that we're missing from this one right now is trains. So we're going to go ahead and add a train. And you can see the default one that's chosen there, but you can actually change these. I forget how. It's not letting me actually change it. Oh, it's because it opened up the train. Okay, so it opened up the ride. When the ride's open, you can't change it. When you close the ride, it actually gets you back into the edit mode. So you can actually select from a list of things here. I guess this one's the equalizer. I guess that's kind of a futuristic looking one. GASM, I have no idea what that is. Okay, it looks more like an aero train. Rage. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a hyper coaster. And then werewolf. What's werewolf? I think that one's a floorless, if I remember correctly. Yeah, floorless. Not bad. Obviously, you can add more trains by just increasing the number of cars. Sorry, increase the number of cars by just increasing it there, and then hit add. That's kind of cool. I'm actually going to go back to the Rage. I think I like that one better. Yeah, and we'll add more cars. And add train. Perfect. Alright. And I think before you even open the track, there's not really a test mode that you can use while you're building it, but you can hit this start, and it will do sort of a test at the end once you've completed your circuit. And once you close that out, you can actually go into your track, open up your camera mode, and take a look at what you've done. We'll do the front camera perspective. It's pretty cool. If you just let go of your mouse, it'll go into the free look there, and you can just look around however you want to. Got a little bit of a hiccup there. I'm not sure what happened, but when you got the peeps in the coaster, it's kind of cool because you can actually see them getting all excited about everything. Oh my god, we're already going into it. Whoa! Big loop. Super fast. Yeah, I'd probably be passing out at this point. And we go up and over. You can see it's sort of a little wobbly, but you get the general idea. Oh, on that wobbliness, yeah, we can actually go in and fix that. I'll show you one thing that's kind of cool that I didn't notice until later, but if you go back into debug and you edit your track, you can actually go back to any point that you've built on your coaster. Let's go back to, say, up here. Select any spot. I think like these little white buttons, if you hit them, will let you go in and smooth out the section just by selecting that one section that you built and hitting the smooth button right there. And you can see it adjusts it a little bit and probably makes it a little bit less wobbly. I don't know if you guys saw it when we were riding it, but it was a little bit shaky per se. It wasn't very smooth, but if you click that smooth button, it kind of irons things out all by itself, which I think is really cool. because I don't know. I've seen other people build some really cool coasters, and even though they look great on the outside, but when you ride it, it's really wobbly and your head shakes around and stuff like that. This looks like it irons everything out. So let's close that out and see what it does. I wonder if it makes it any better. Go back into here, debug, start. What are these buttons here? Move entrance, move exit. Ah, okay, I see. All right. Close that out. It's really weird how you have to go back into here. Oh, you know what? I think I have to... Where is it? Where's the camera? Do I have to go back and select my cars again? Oh, I guess I do. Okay, that's weird. I didn't know how to do that. Alright, let's go back in here. We'll go into debug. We'll add our train. We'll hit start. Select our train. I said I said start. There it goes. So close that out and hit that. There's the camera. Okay, we're good now. Much better. Whoa. I didn't know we could go down to the track level. That's pretty cool. Over here on the left, too, if you open up this little side menu, you can see that you can actually switch between trains and also the cars. So you can move all the way to the back of the coaster if you want to, or the very front. It doesn't matter. And then you can, of course, look around wherever you want to. Let's see if this makes it any smoother. And of course, we have to keep in mind, guys, that this is just how it currently is in the game. They don't really... This is not the full version of the game, and the coasters weren't even really supposed to be out on this phase. So, I mean, I think just with this alone, it's beautiful what they've done so far. And, I mean, I think that's pretty good. I mean, it looks successful. We can go ahead and select that and open it up to the peeps. So, here they come. I don't know if everybody's going to want to ride it, but we'll see. Let's jump in. God, I'm still getting used to these camera angles. Let me go back to my keyboard. Sometimes that works better. There we go. Here they come. Alright, let's speed up some time here and see if they want to go on it. They're liking it. They're getting on. Sweet. Let's check out the camera. Whoa. Too fast, too fast. Alright, let's go back and check them out here. There we go. Ooh, that is a fast one. Check this out. Like, ah! Awesome. Obviously, they don't have anybody in the ticket or the control booth yet, but hopefully that'll change on the next phase when they actually do release the full coaster builder. But, I mean, just for the phase that it's in right now, or just what they've done on the work so far, I'm really impressed. When you open your park, you can see, obviously, the peeps come in when you actually have a ride for them to go on. And you automatically get these little mascots coming in based on what's in your park so far. Right now, we've only got King Coaster, and he's walking around, and you can actually hear him actually talking to people. You hear him? Ah! I love that. It's so cool. He interacts with the guests, they follow him around, and he doesn't go on any rides or anything like that, but I think that'd be kind of cool if they actually changed it so that you can make him go on rides and stuff. I think that there is also a peep cam, too. If you just click on one of the peeps, yeah, and you click the little camera, you can actually go through the park looking through the eyes of the peep that you have selected. Oh, this one's just focused. It's cinematic right now. If I go to, there we go, first person. Or we can do a follow. And then just kind of change the way. This will make for some really good videos. If you want to do sort of like a montage or, you know, even like a story or something like that. You can zoom in, you can zoom like way the heck out, and it'll still follow them based on the camera option you've selected. I think that's really awesome. Alright, so enough on peeps and coaster building. Let's see, you can see that the station is just very generic, but you can change that if you select the station itself. I think you have to select the track. There we go. And when you select the debug, you can go to, let's see, remove trains, buildings. I think you have to close it. Let's close it, but we're also going to hit pause and go to buildings. And it opens up the, yeah, here we go. the building mode, and you can actually add a building around your track. So say you wanted to build like sort of a wall around here, you hit the Z button to rotate, and you can, oh, that's weird. It's not building anything. It's got shadows. That's bizarre. Let's see if I raise it up and put it, nope, nothing. Huh, that's really bizarre. I saw somebody do this on a video, but for some reason it's not working for me. Oh, but there it goes. Maybe it's just that piece of wall. Very odd. Alright, well, let's rotate it around and build some more stuff here. Inside, inside. Yeah, I'll go there and there. Oh, we can't do that because that's where the people need to come through. Okay, before right-clicking would actually get you to get rid of that, but we'll just hit undo. For some reason that wasn't working there. So you can see how that works. And the cool thing about this, you know, I don't know if you guys saw, but when you place objects on here, let's see if it'll, wow, it's being really difficult with me right now. Obviously this is not completely set because we're having some issues adding our building in here. Huh, yeah, so when I select buildings, it looks like the grid disappears and it only wants you to build outside of it. So clearly that's something that is to come. But you guys get an idea that you can actually add walls, roofs, and decorations around your station to make it look more themed to what you're building. So I'll go ahead and hit play here, let the peeps roam around. That's another thing I noticed too, when you hit pause, it still has the pause button showing up there. They need to change that to hit play. You have other rides down here. These are all the flat rides. It's very simple to place them. You just select the one that you want, place it in a spot that you like. Same thing as a coaster. Place your entrance. We're going to do this real quick. Place your exit. Da-da-da-da. Add your queue, however you want it. I always thought that the longer your queue lines, the better, so that way you can fit more people in line. You got to make sure to add your ticket booth. Straighten that out a little bit. Oh, that's weird. Alright, there. And then of course you want to add our path to create exit queue. And, oh, you're being a little tricky there. That'll work. It's not very pretty, but you guys get the idea. And then once everything's built there, you can open it up. Peeps will start coming to that. They'll start writing it. And obviously we don't want to make a, you know, this looks pretty cool, the way that we built it and everything, but I mean, you need more. So we go to scenery. And we'll go to, say, nature, and we'll add some trees. And we'll put them around here. It's amazing that when you add foliage, how much more beautiful your park becomes. It gives it more of a realistic tone to it. And you could add some rocks too. And the great thing about the scenery in this too, guys, is that they've turned off the clipping. So, I mean, you can put these quite anywhere except for on your rides. You can see how it's turning red. I can't place it on the ride itself, but you could even actually place these on the paths. Not that I would know why you'd want to do that, but you can get it so close to the point where you can, like, get very, very precise movement, and it won't make a difference if you're overlaying it on the track or not. You can also raise and lower things. You can hit the Z key to rotate. It's all the same concept. And then we can, you know, add more trees. Oh, that's really big. How about some bushes? Oh yeah, a little flowery bush. I feel like that guy that used to paint stuff. We'll put a happy little tree over here. And then, we'll say this guy lives right over here. And just like that, we've actually got some scenery. I mean, awesome. You can see the level of detail on this and how much time and effort went into the textures and the the number of pixels they've created on this too. I mean, I think you can even see are they swaying in the wind? Yeah, it's swaying in the wind a little bit. You can kind of see some movement in there. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to say, like as far as detail is concerned, holy cow, watch this. I don't know if you heard when I was placing this stuff, but I'm going to be quiet and have you guys listen for a couple more bush placements here. Listen to this. I mean, you can hear it actually sounds like a bush. And if you place a rock, it sounds like... Well, that one's not a really good example, but it sounds rock-like. When you go over here to props, and you place a prop, see this one's made out of like I don't know, like wood and steel. Listen to what happens when you zoom in a little bit so maybe you can hear it better. Right about there. It actually sounds like the object you're placing. It's kind of cool. So you can just tell, like, they've spent a lot of time just thinking about little details that I don't even know if everybody's going to notice this because they're going to be so busy playing and having fun. But listen, like, you hear water splashing there. Put a cannon down. Rotate this around. It sounds like wood and metal. Let's about this anchor. Let's put an anchor down and see what that sounds like. Yeah, tong. So cool. I mean, you can just they've spent a lot of time just going into a lot of detail for this game, and I'm super pleased with what they've got so far. See, I've shown you guys some buildings, some scenery, some rides, some coasters. That's just a general overview for now, guys, and that's really all I wanted to do for this video. Show you that cheat code for the coaster unlock, and just really just a general look at what they've done for this alpha. It's beautiful. I mean, look how fast it moves. The frame rate is incredible. The draw distance is absolutely amazing, and you can see how much area that you have to work with so far. It's just beautiful. So that's about it for this video for now, guys. We're going to do, obviously, a lot more in-depth stuff later on. I'll do some park building. We'll do some ride creation, something a little bit more realistic than, obviously, what you've got here. That looks okay, but I'm just more of a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that, and I want to do better. But if you have any questions, anything you want to see in future videos for Planet Coaster, or even Roller Coaster Tycoon World, which is coming up next Wednesday on the 30th, please feel free to let me know. Write down in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and give my video a like. It really helps me a lot. So until next time, guys, happy building, and keep it loopy.